Hello everyone. In this video, I'll be sharing what I learned from our field visit to Zoo Johor, Johor Botanical Garden in Batu Pahat, and the Turtle Sanctuary in Padang Kemunting, Melaka, and how the experience has deepened my understanding and awareness of conservation biology. The Zoo Johor is a 12.5 hectares, 31 acres, wide zoo that located in Johor Bahru, Johor, Malaysia. It is the oldest zoo in Malaysia. It has more than 100 animal species in the zoo displayed in 28 exhibits including mammals, primates, reptiles, birds, and many more. It is located 1 kilometer from the city center and is the only zoo administered by a state government in Malaysia. The zoo was opened in 1928 by His Royal Highness Almarhum Sultan Sir Ibrahim Ibni Almarhum Sultan Sir Abu Bakar and named as the Kebun Binatang, which is Malay for animal garden, or zoo, and was the first of its kind in Southeast Asia at that time. On the 1st of April 1962, the zoo was handed over to Johor state government and opened to the public that same year. It later opened to the public and has since become an important educational and recreational center, housing a variety of native and exotic wildlife. Over the years, it has expanded its role into conservation education, animal welfare, and awareness programs aimed at protecting Malaysia's endangered species, such as the Malayan tiger and tapir. Main attractions in this zoo is Malayan tiger, Malayan tapir, sun bear, various birds and reptiles. They also doing educational exhibits on animal behavior and conservation occasionally. Among the conservation activities here are wildlife observation and care using ex situ approach and reproductive program. Among the important key species that kept here are such as Panthera tigris jacksoni, Malayan tiger, Tapirus indicus, Malayan tapir, elephant, hornbills and various species of primates. Through this ex situ conservation effort, we are able to bring wildlife closer to the community, helping people understand and appreciate the importance of protecting these species. By raising awareness, we ensure that our natural ecosystems remain stable, and that the well-being of future generations is safeguarded. Zoo Johor also practices environmentally friendly conservation management by recycling waste and maintaining its water retention ponds using beneficial microbes. It may seem like a small step, but it creates a meaningful impact in the long run, and contributes to a healthier, more sustainable ecosystem. The most memorable moment during my visit to Zoo Johor was when I saw a cow living together with a herd of sambar deer, Rusa unicolor. For me, it became a symbol that with proper biodiversity management, we can maintain the diversity and harmony of the living resources in our natural world. Taman Botani Johor is located on the eastern side of Pekan Sri Maidan, right alongside the main Yongpong Sri Maidan Road. This site was originally an iron ore mining area in the 1950s before it was closed, which eventually resulted in the formation of two lakes, Tasik Bukit Bela and Tasik Bukit Besi. The site originally began in the year 2000 as the National Nursery, covering 160.95 acres. But in 2006, the Johor Botanical Garden was officially established with an expanded area of 194.09 acres, together with 4 additional nursery lots totaling 50.95 acres. This brings the entire garden to an impressive 245 acres today. The original nursery became one of the core components of the Botanical Garden and was gazetted as an open space on the 3rd of May 2000, managed by the Johor State Landscape Department. Development of the garden was funded under the 10th Malaysia Plan through the National Landscape Department, and since 2016, the Johor state government has taken full responsibility for its development and management. Taman Botani Johor is organized into several key zones: the administration zone, the arboretum, the conservation and secondary forest zone, the nursery area, the riparian and habitat zone, and the fruit tree plantation zone. Each of these zones plays an important role in education, conservation, and the protection of native biodiversity. The Turtle Conservation and Information Center in Padang Kemunting, Melaka, was established as a dedicated effort by the Department of Fisheries Malaysia to protect and conserve Malaysia's endangered marine turtle populations. The center is located along the beaches of Masjid Tanah in the state of Melaka, one of the most important nesting grounds for the hawksbill turtle, Eretmashlis and Bricada, in peninsular Malaysia. The conservation initiative began in the early 1990s, when the decline in turtle populations became increasingly evident due to egg poaching, coastal development, pollution, and marine debris. Recognizing the urgent need for action, the Department of Fisheries designated Padang Kemunting as an official turtle hatchery and conservation site, with the main objective of preserving the critically endangered hawksbill turtle, which is listed under CITES Appendix I and classified as critically endangered by the IUCN. Over the years, the center has expanded its functions beyond hatchery work. It now serves as an education and awareness hub, providing visitors with information on turtle biology, nesting behaviors, threats to turtle survival, and current conservation strategies in Malaysia. The center displays preserved specimens, educational panels, and live hatchlings, depending on the nesting season, allowing the public to closely observe and understand the life cycle of marine turtles. The most memorable moment at the Turtle Conservation Center was being able to observe newly hatched hawksbill turtles up close. These hatchlings are usually released in the late afternoon at the nearby beach. It was an unforgettable experience, as it has become increasingly rare to witness newly hatched turtles in Malaysia due to the declining number of turtle landings, largely caused by human disturbance and rapid coastal development. Malaysia has several key authorities responsible for wildlife conservation. The Department of Wildlife and National Parks, Perhilatan, manages the protection of terrestrial wildlife, enforces wildlife laws, conducts anti-poaching patrols, and supports captive breeding programs. The Department of Fisheries, DOF, plays a major role in sea turtle conservation by managing hatcheries, enforcing state fisheries enactments, and carrying out community education along coastal areas. In my opinion, Malaysia's conservation efforts are moving in the right direction, but remain insufficient in several areas. To improve these efforts, several steps can be taken. Expanding anti-poaching patrols using drones and AI-based surveillance. Strengthening penalties for wildlife crimes. Increasing community-based conservation, especially in coastal villages. Enhancing long-term funding through CSR or public-private partnerships. Integrating conservation education into schools and universities. This field visit has significantly enriched my understanding of biodiversity conservation. It reminded me that every species plays a vital role, and every human plays a part in protecting them. Thank you for watching.